Hello and welcome to the Energy Studio vlog. We're starting a vlog. My name is Madeline. I am a shamanic energy healer and I'm the creator and founder of the Energy Studio. Today I want to talk about what is shamanic energy healing. So shamanic energy healing is a pretty broad term. If you go far enough back in most cultures, they have some form of energy healing. At least in America, we see it more in indigenous Native American cultures. But if you go far enough back in Celtic cultures, in Norse cultures, almost every single culture has this shamanic energy healing or energetic work foundation. I tend to find that the places where religion took over sooner, the further back you have to go. So for someone like me, where I am not of Native American descent, I have a very strong Irish Celtic line, I have some Norse in me, I tend to resonate more with the Norse and the Celtic practices because that's what's in my lineage, that's what's in my own blood. But you have to go further back, so it's not as commonly spoken about or thought of in that way. Just because you did not grow up in an indigenous culture does not mean that this is not part of your lineage. It just means that it was likely lost further back. So if this work resonates with you, seek it out. Don't appropriate others' cultures, but you can honor their cultures and discover your own. My understanding of it and the way that I like to think of it is that we have different layers of healing. So you might go to a chiropractor and they will align your spine. And then you might go to a Reiki healer and they will help align your chakras. And then a shamanic healer will go one layer deeper to that very core of your being, to the core of your energetic system, to see what is it that is throwing your chakras out of alignment. What is there anything on a spiritual or energetic realm that is throwing your spinal alignment out of whack? So it is, in my mind, like the deepest central core part of the healing. Now, within that healing, there are a lot of things that we do. It's not just one cookie cutter modality. We do things like past life regressions, soul retrievals. Sometimes there will be past life wounds. Sometimes there will be wounds from this life. Sometimes it looks like inner child healing. Sometimes it looks like ancestral healing. Really, whatever comes up for the client in that session, that's what we move through. Some signs that you might need an energy healing, or it might be time where you could benefit from an energy healing. If you are feeling incredibly tired and drained. So take a second, close your eyes, and tune into the core of your being. So like right in the center of your torso. If your body was a tree trunk, this would be the most center ring. And now imagine that there is almost like a thermometer. This is where your energy and your energetic level is. And if that thermometer is all the way down at the bottom, if your own energetic temperature is really, really low and depleted, it might be time for an energy healing. If your energy is feeling depleted, you might have some energetic leaks. You might have some things that are taking your energy from you, possibly energetic cords with people or things that you don't need to have those cords with it. When you have a cord with somebody, it means that you're somebody or something. It means that there is energy going out from you to that thing. If you feel like you have reoccurring injuries or are noticing patterns, that is a sign that maybe there is something coming up for healing. Another way that shamanic energy healing is useful is if you are somebody who's really into self-help and really wanting to change your life and you're doing that mental work and reading and journaling and maybe you're meditating, you'll be doing that work, you'll be going along and it'll be like, yeah, this is great. I'm noticing changes in my life. I feel like I'm vibing high. This is great. And then it's like, bam, here's a rock, here's something where we just can't get past this point. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, am I going back? Why can't I move forward anymore? That rock is more than likely something energetic happening in your body. We know that we store things in our bodies. And so if we're making all these mental changes and your body hasn't caught up yet, if your body hasn't dealt with those things or healed those wounds that caused the mental patterns in the first place, it's going to be like, hey, yo, I am not ready. We are going to stay where we are, and I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you where you are, because most of the time it thinks that that's how we stay safe. That is how we have survived up until now. And when we do healings, we can give our body new ways, or we can open the opportunity for new, healthier ways of surviving. So if you're somebody who really enjoys doing that mental work and that self-evolutionary work, and you feel like you're coming up against blocks, it might be time for an energy healing. That might be the missing factor. It certainly was for me. And then in terms of how frequently to get an energy healing, I normally say at the beginning, like once a month is great. It's really wonderful to do that for yourself. But we always want to give time for the dust to settle, because all of this works in a web or a weave. And so when we move one thing, it's gonna create dust in other areas. Other things are gonna start to come up, and maybe those things come up for healing. Maybe those things are just settling in. So giving yourself 3 to 4 weeks between healings is lovely. And then after a while, you start to recognize when it's time. You start to get that feeling of, oh, yep, my intuition is telling me it's time to schedule another healing. And sometimes you don't even know why it's time to schedule another healing. And then by the time the healing happens, or maybe for when the healing is scheduled, something comes up and you'll need it. So if you get that intuitive hit, you should schedule an energy healing. That is my very small version of what is shamanic energy healing. If you are interested in setting up an energy healing with me, you can do that through our website, www.the-energy-studio.com. There's a button that says schedule an energy healing. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe, leave a comment. Feel free to leave questions and I will try to answer them in future videos. And other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.